In today's video, we're going to explore the Mexican RFC, or the Registro Federal de Contribuyentes, which translates to the Federal Taxpayer Registry. This identifier is crucial for anyone engaging in economic activities in Mexico, whether you're an individual, a local business, or an international entity. Let's dive into what the RFC is, its importance, how it's structured, how to obtain it, and its practical applications. So, the RFC serves as a tax identification number in Mexico, similar to an EIN or SSN in the United States, but specifically for tax purposes. And by the way, we have other videos on the channel explaining what an EIN is, so subscribe to the channel, and we cover all the different tax IDs and so forth in Mexico, in the USA, and in other countries in Latin America. So, back to Mexico, every person or legal entity that conducts any taxable activity in Mexico must obtain an RFC. This includes Mexican nationals, legal foreign residents, businesses, and even those who do not receive income within Mexico, but carry out transactions that require tax documentation. The structure of the RFC varies slightly between individuals and legal entities. So for individuals, the RFC consists of 13 characters. Okay, and for legal entities like companies, the RFC has 12 characters. So for the individual one, there's a one character difference. Obviously, probably doesn't matter for the sake of this video going into super detail. But long story short, it's a formula. It's calculated. You don't get to choose it. It's essentially assigned to you. The RFC is essential for tax compliance. It's used to file taxes, whether income tax, VAT, or other tax obligations. Without an RFC, you cannot legally issue invoices or deduct expenses. And then banking. Opening a bank account in Mexico often requires an RFC, especially for business accounts. It is possible to open a personal bank account in Mexico without an RFC, but the banks are starting to ask for it more and more. And for business transactions, it's needed for buying or selling property, vehicles, and for any formal commercial transactions where taxes might be involved. Also for employment, employers use the RFC to report wages and withhold taxes. And then also for government services, many government services from getting utilities in your name to applying for certain permits require an RFC. So to obtain an RFC for individuals, so for Mexican citizens or legal residents over 18, you can apply for this, and the process involves visiting the SAT website, the SAT website, to schedule an appointment or apply online if eligible, okay? And then you're going to bring your CURP, an official ID, proof of address to your appointment at the SAT office. For foreign residents, a valid residency card is also required. For legal entities, companies need to register with the Public Registry of Commerce first, then apply for an RFC with the company's legal establishment documents, proof of identity of the legal representative, and sometimes proof of address. The application for both individuals and companies can now often be initiated online, although physical presence might still be required in some cases to finalize the process or for biometric registration. Once you have your RFC, there's something called the electronic signature, or the FIEL, the F-I-E-L, where you'll also need to apply for a FEIL, aka digital signature, to interact with the SAT's digital service. This is done through the SAT website or at their offices. And then regarding the tax regime, you want to decide on the appropriate tax regime for your services, as this affects how you report and pay taxes. And then there's annual compliance, because remember, having an RFC means you're expected to comply with tax laws, including filing annual tax returns, even if you have no income to declare. If you're a foreigner not living in Mexico but doing business there, you typically need to appoint a fiscal representative in Mexico to handle your RFC and tax obligations. In conclusion, the RFC is more than just a tax ID. It's your gateway to legal and fiscal operations in Mexico. Understanding its purpose, ensuring you have the correct number, and maintaining compliance are vital for anyone involved in economic activities in the country. Thank you for watching this comprehensive overview of the Mexican RFC. If this video has helped you understand this critical aspect of Mexican administration, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on living, working, or doing business in Mexico. And if you're a foreigner interested in lowering your tax burden in Mexico, or you have questions or doubts about how income tax and taxation works in Mexico, book a call with MyLatinLife. There's going to be a link in the description, and you can speak with us directly, and we can basically make a strategy for you to reduce your taxes in Mexico, set a long-term plan, and all that good stuff. Till next time, see you in the next video.